Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? This is Paul coming to you with another episode of the Daily Rise podcast. Hey, so I wanted to talk about something that is actually pretty prevalent in today's marriages. And so, guys, there's no doubt that today, when you look at marriages and the statistics of divorce rates for first marriages being over 50%. You look at second marriages, divorce rates being over 67%. Clearly, there is something that is absolutely going wrong, that we are doing wrong as men when it comes to our marriage. So hear me out. So over the weekend, my boys were sick. We got them back home from our grandparents. They came home sick. And so my wife and I had to go into parent mode, right? We always find ourselves in this situation when our kids don't feel well. And so that meant a lot of things had to get done. And so over the weekend, my wife and I were just going back and forth, taking care of our kids and all that stuff. But here's the thing, guys. When you treat your wife or you act with your wife like she's your mom, that is a recipe for disaster. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean is, your wife is not your fucking maid. Your wife is not your house cleaner. Your wife is not somebody that you should ever treat like that. And if you're not getting laid enough, then you should really probably try and look at why it is that's happening, right? Hey, we got a bunch of people popping on. Everybody's at lunch, just checking it out. So, guys, I want you to consider this. If you're a man, you need to act like a man, right? And that means treating your wife like she's your wife and not your mother. She's not there to clean up after you. She's not there to, do everything for you while you sit your fucking ass on the couch. Now, like I started my story this weekend, my kids weren't feeling well. We were exhausted. So that meant there are things like dishes hanging out and stuff like that. So, there are a few conversations that my wife and I had about like, hey, this needs to get done, whatever, and what have you. What it came down to was we just didn't communicate when it needed to get done. But guys, you have to stop treating your wife like she's your mother. That it's the exact opposite. She is your wife. She is your partner. And you guys need to be doing things together. Now, I'm not saying your wife can't do something nice for you. I'm not saying, maybe one night she takes care of the dishes. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is today, men are, one, really little boys, and they don't act like fucking men. So then they go and get married, and then they find themselves in this situation where their wife wants a divorce because these little boys are treating their wife like their mom. They're looking for a woman to take care of them, a woman to, beckon to every need and want that they want and desire in life. And that's just not how it is. Like, it takes work. And like I said, guys, if you're not getting laid enough, you should really look at are you acting like a little boy? Are you griping at her because the dishes aren't done or the laundry's not done or whatever? Now look, I've fallen into that trap. There's times that I have to check myself as a man, like, oh shit, yeah, I need to step up here, or maybe I didn't step up enough today and I need to do these things. Same thing when it comes to talking sex, guys. I don't understand why people are so afraid to talk about sex. Here's the thing. Everybody does it. Yet it's something we don't talk about. So as a man, if you're not getting laid enough, you really need to step up and be that partner to your spouse and be that man for her, because that's why she married you. She married you because she saw the king within yourself. Hey, what's up, Dan? I've been here to give her what she needs and she will give you what you need. Guys, great point, Dan. Thanks for putting that out. Here's the thing. When it comes to you as a man wanting more sex, what you need to do is you need to have a conversation. A real, truthful conversation. There are times my wife will check me and be like, it's a two-way street, guy. So that means I need to step up and do things and tell her things and do all the things to get her to that point. Now, here's also what I'll say. Ladies, don't treat your man like your children. I see women, I saw it yesterday in the grocery store. This wife was just going on a tear at her husband. This is something that will not only, basically downgrade your man, it's going to downgrade his manhood. It's going to make him sick with his hormones. The worst thing you can do as a wife is treat your man like he's a child. Now, he may be acting like a child. He may not be stepping up like he needs to do. He may not be doing things around the house like he needs to do. But that comes back down to the truthful conversation. The conversation of, hey, I need you to step up and step into this. And most of the time, most men that I know will step up and do this. But guys, you got to act like a man. You got to do what you need to do. You got to get your wife to a place where she feels like your woman, not your mother. Doesn't mean she won't take care of you. If you step up, she will take care of you, and she will do things for you. Same thing, ladies. Don't disrespect your man and treat him like he's a kid, even if he is being one, because it's only going to make things worse. So I'm obviously not a marriage therapist. That's not my forte, but what I can tell you is I am in the business of truth, and I am in the business of bettering men's lives. And this is what I have found to be true in my life, and that's why I'm sharing this with you and being raw with you. So here's the thing. If you guys are not focused on each other, it's really hard. I run a business with my wife. We are very, very, very busy. Our kids are under our supervision most of the time. They don't go to public school. We homeschool. We do all these things. So it's really easy to get lost in all of that noise. And it's real easy to forget to do these simple things in order to propel your marriage forward. But you got to keep the focus. When you feel yourself slipping, you got to go set a date night. When you feel yourself slipping, you got to start stepping up and doing the things necessary so that you can have what you want. Because face it, as men, we want to get laid more, right? It's part of our DNA, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, and don't let anybody ever tell you that there is. But you got to step up. So that, my friends, is today's Daily Rise. If you're in the position where you don't know where to start, send me a DM with the word RISE, RISE, and I will help you get to a place where you can get laid more and you can get paid more. So with that, guys, as always, remember to rise and reign. This is Paul out.